What are you two? Back again with another banger. How y'all been, brothers? I wanted to touch on this topic to clear up a lot of things that's been going on out here. A lot of stuff I've been seeing on the internet. Where are all the good men at? Men don't like women anymore. Men don't do this. Men are this. Men are that. When it's very simple why men are moving the way they move. And we move the way we move because we choose peace over relationships. Men are choosing peace over relationships. Men are choosing to be alone than to have somebody around them because they learn that life is simpler and life is easier when you don't have somebody nagging you to death, draining your energy, using your resources, in a relationship with you for the wrong motives. We learned that we can do it by ourselves. So that's why we're not looking for something serious now. And it's as simple as that. I'll tell you what, if my woman wasn't the woman that she is, I would be single as well. But I got a good woman. And good women are hard to find. Just like some good men are hard to find as well. This ain't just a one-sided thing, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and say all men are perfect and all men are this and that. No, we're not. Every man ain't no leader. And every woman ain't no wife. But majority of men don't want relationships anymore because they want peace. And a lot of these women don't bring peace to their relationship. All they bring is drama, trauma, entitlement, nagging, loudmouth, conniving, vindictive, devious attitudes. And we have finally realized, hey, I'm better off being by myself. If I gotta go home and sit in front of my yard and take a shot before I walk in this home just to deal with this woman, then I'm better off alone. Book of Proverbs. It's better to be in the corner of a rooftop than be in the house with a contentious woman. It's better to be in the mountains sleeping in a tent than be in the house with a bed and a couch and the kitchen with a brawling, nagging woman. Because that woman will drain your life. That's why we rather be alone. Because we understand how peaceful it is. See, men don't want resistance. Yeah, we can take constructive criticism. Yeah, we can listen to our women when she come up with good ideas and all that. That's beautiful. That's great. Help add to the process. But we don't want resistance on how we move by just being us. If you're a man that got to change your character, got to change your hobbies, got to change how you make your income, all to please the woman, then you got the wrong woman. And we don't want to deal with nothing like that. We want to be free. We want to be who we are. We don't want to be what somebody else wants us to be. So that's why we rather be alone. And the women nowadays, they just move different. And we realize that that cat doesn't hold any value. It is what it is. It has to be something more to the woman than just intimacy. Intimacy can only get you so far. So we don't put that on a pedestal no more. We're not looking at how good she look anymore. We're not looking at how she do that Gawk 9000 anymore. We're looking at her spirit. A woman can be bad, straight, baddie, dime piece, big ass on her, hips out of this world. But if her attitude is trash, then it just diminishes her character. She go from a 10 to a 1. So looks ain't all about Looks ain't everything. It's all about her content of character. And if her content of character is out of whack, then it just don't work with us. It's just not going to work. So yeah, we choosing peace over relationships. We rather be alone than be in a home with a woman. And it just is what it is. Part of it has to do with social media influences. Part of it has to do with how certain people were raised in their households and being coached by other people who are alone and miserable and don't have a man themselves. So they take on that ideology into their relationship and think this is how it works, when that's exactly how it doesn't work. So men are choosing peace over relationships. And I don't blame them. Because men finally understand how valuable peace is. How much more work you can get done. How much more stuff you can get done. How much more you can travel. How much more you can stay out as late as you need to stay out to get the grind done and come home without hearing any complaining. That's beautiful. No resistance. No pushback. No nagging. No anxiety. So that's why we rather be alone. Because majority of women don't know their place. We're not trying to control shit. This ain't a dictatorship. My woman can do whatever she want to do. I don't handcuff. I do whatever I want to do. Long as we both have that mutual respect, that makes the relationship work. But the problem is, women feel too entitled nowadays. And they ain't bringing nothing to the relationship but intimacy. And a man can get that anywhere. And he doesn't have to be in a committed relationship. So he understands that. So that's why he doesn't want to get married. That's why he don't want to do the cohabitation. Because if all you're offering him is intimacy, then that's not enough. Because everything you're doing for him in that household, he can do by himself. He don't need to lock in. He don't need to be in a monogamous relationship. He can do it all living free without any resistance. I just want to touch on that video, man. Men are choosing peace over relationships because we understand the value of peace. Because without peace, we can't think straight. We can't manifest. We can't create. Can't hit the gym. We can't eat clean. We can't grind. It just doesn't work without peace. A man can't be a man without peace. A human can't be a human without peace. So once it starts disturbing our peace, we have to leave it alone. And a lot of us have been through the ringer and gave people chances after chances after chances. And we realize that you have to accept people for who they are, because you can't change another human being. That human being has to change on their own. And if you gave that person enough chances to change and get better, and they still showing you who they are, you have to believe it, accept it, and treat that person accordingly. And stop making excuses for it. So yeah, we're choosing peace over relationships. Because we see how much mental turmoil that these relationships are bringing onto other men, onto us. You live and you learn. Why would I make a decision that I burned from before? Why would I make that same decision that I got burnt in yet again? It has to be something different that will make me want to take it further than what it is. I'm not taking sides. I'm not saying who's wrong, who's right. I'm just speaking from a logical perspective. And that's why we rather be alone than to cohabitate with a woman. or even be in relationships with women, because we learn we don't need another person to elevate in life. We learn that we can elevate on ourselves. And if we want somebody in our life, then so be it. But if not, it's cool too. You gonna die alone. I don't care about dying alone. I'm gonna die alone regardless whether I have a woman or not. We all gonna die alone. It is what it is. It's the reality. It's the reality of it. When a man understands his value, when a man understands how much he can get done by himself, relationships seem more and more less, attractive. So we rather just be by ourselves, because we experience the life of no resistance, no arguments, no nagging, no complaining. You know what I mean? Little video I wanted to touch on. Men are choosing peace over relationships, and I can't blame them. Real talk. Chop it up with y'all later, man. Peace.